The first method I'm going to cover here is the easiest. This is done by using the program FRAPS. FRAPS is a program that was originally used to measure your frame rate inside a game, but has been expanded to support video recording as well. All the recording is done in real time and uses very minimal compression to do so. I didn't use FRAPS to record Galaxy Gulp, but it is what I've been using to record all the in-game footage you see in the tutorial, since it captures more of the screen than what I can get from the in-game alternative, which I'll cover in a little bit. Go and open that up if you're interested in using it. The only tab here that matters for what we're doing is the Movies tab. Now let's look at our different options. You can choose where to save your files. In my case, I have it on another hard drive since that creates a little less bottleneck for your system. You can change the directory by pressing on this button here. Over here you can select what key you want to use to record your footage. You just select this window and then press the key you want. As you can see, I have F7 since that's out of the way and not easily confused with something else. Below that, you have the option to record sound or not. You usually want to, but if you won't need it, you should uncheck it to lower the overhead in your recording a tad. For sound device and sound output, the entries here vary depending on what sound card you have. It will probably figure out the right device to use. Okay, the next option is half size or full size. This is just like the screen says. The only reason I can think of to record at half resolution would be if your footage is too choppy to keep up at full. But even then, half resolution isn't going to look very good, so it's probably best to keep this at full size regardless. And below here you have the options no cursor and no sync. No cursor you'll probably want to check. It simply disables the mouse cursor from being recorded. I want that on because I want to be able to show you what I'm doing. No sync means your video will be out of sync. I'm not sure if that means with the sound or the image playback, but either way it doesn't sound like a very good idea, so I would leave that unchecked. Finally, you can pick your frame rate here. They have some common options up to 60, and you can see at the bottom here I entered 29.97 here earlier, which is the NTSC frame rate that televisions output in America. And that's really all there is to the program use. I'm not going to show you how to record in-game because there's nothing to show. All you do is hit your hotkey once to record what's on the screen, then press it again to stop. Now I have seen FRAPS turn off the recording by itself, especially when the game is loading a map or something like that. The way I usually test to make sure it's working is by looking at the hard drive access light on my computer. If it's lit up, you're probably still recording because FRAPS will burn through your hard drive space very easily. So the advantages to FRAPS are that it's very easy to use, can basically be used on any Direct3D or OpenGL program, not just something from the source engine. The visual quality tends to be pretty good, though it's not entirely accurate when it comes to strong red tones as they can become a little fuzzy. The file size is quite large, but that's going to be true of most recording. Your recording length is only limited by hard drive space. So why not use FRAPS for everything? Well, there's one reason above all others, and that's performance. FRAPS records all its footage in real time whether your computer can keep up or not. So you have to consider that not only is your computer going to be rendering a full 3D game, but it's going to be recording everything that's piped to the screen at the same time. This puts about as much strain as you possibly can on your system. Unless your computer is completely optimized and you're recording a simple scene, you're bound to get some dropped frames. Meaning instead of getting 30 frames per second, you may only get 28 or 23 because your computer can't keep up. The end result is that some scenes may look a little choppy. Also, the speed of your CPU and graphics card come into play, and especially if your hard drive is defragmented and how fast it is. You can have the fastest system on the planet, but if your hard drive is very fragmented, it can still bring it to its knees. It can be frustrating having to worry about all that, but as luck would have it, the source engine includes its own built-in recorder that does not have to run in real time and is capable of capturing every single frame, guaranteeing 100% smooth footage. It has some limitations and bugs,